It's the end of the week. It's time to go on the record. Bold and fearless predictions. Our Pigskin picks coming up next right here on Locked On Big Ten.
You are Locked On Big Ten, your daily podcast on the Big Ten Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman, 40 years as a sports talk show host and play-by-play announcer, and I want to thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hey, hit that free subscribe button down below if you're brand new. That way you'll never miss a single episode. You'll be in the club. And if you could share, follow, and like, that helps us out as well. And you know, you can hype YouTube videos. Check that out as well. All right. We've got our Pigskin picks. This is where we go on the record every single week. So winners and losers. And then hang around. We're going to tell you our plans for the weekend. All that is coming up. All right, let's put this on screen here and check this out. We got two games tonight in the Big Ten. Friday night lights, everybody. Indiana State is at Indiana. Indiana, a 48.5-point favorite. The number is 59.5. I think Indiana's going to blow their doors off. They're going to get into the 50s and maybe 55-7, something like that. This game's going to fly past the over at 59.5. Book that. Meanwhile, New Mexico at UCLA tonight at the Rose Bowl. UCLA somehow is a 14.5-point favorite. The number is 52.5. I think that this is a 3-point ball game either way. All right. 30-27, 30-28, maybe a 2-point game. So, and I do not take UCLA to cover the 14.5. They will not do that. And I do think this number goes over. Okay. Again, I think it's a high-scoring, close ball game. Like I said, 30-27, something like that. All right, now let's get into Saturday's play. I've got a question or two about Vegas's line-picking ability here. Oregon at Northwestern. Here's the deal. Oregon is a 28.5-point favorite in this game, and the number's 49.5. This is the same number that the Oklahoma State game was. Oregon was favored by 28.5. Well, you know, they won by 66. They're on fire. They're on cruise control. My only thought process here is, and remember, Northwestern couldn't even score against Towson. They scored 3. My thought process here is I think Vegas is going, well, Oregon's got to travel east. It's a noon game, so that's 9 o'clock their time, body clock time. Maybe they'll be tired, sluggish. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, look, I'm going to tell you to take Oregon to cover the 28.5, and this number is going to go on cruise control past the 49.5. That's what I think. I think if you can beat Oklahoma State by 66, you can beat Northwestern for 28.5. That's what my thinking into this game. Meanwhile, Central Michigan at Michigan. Michigan, a 28.5-point favorite. The number is 42.5. I tell you all the time, non-conference, pre-Big Ten games, Michigan does not cover. They have not for many years. The rule of thumb. I mean, there are exceptions. So they're going to win. I think they only win by like 3 touchdowns instead of 4. Remember, they run the ball a lot. I don't know if they're going to let Bryce Underwood air it out or not as well. So, yeah, Michigan wins, but they don't cover the 28.5. And I think they do eke over the 42.5. That seems like an awfully low number to me. So take the over. Meanwhile, Wisconsin is at Alabama. This is the game we're going to go live after here on Locked On Big Ten. Now, I have more details on how we're going to massage all the noon games coming to an end. So hang on for that. Alabama, we're still trying to figure out, are they the team that lost to Florida State? And is Florida State any good? Or are they the 2-win team from the year before? Wisconsin, we're trying to figure out if the defense is for real, playing 2 lesser schools, getting a shutout, and only giving up 10 points in the second game. That's what we have to massage here. Plus, we know the quarterback situation at Wisconsin. They're going with their backup, it looks like. I think Alabama wins, but they don't cover the 21.5. Maybe even that hook will be a big play in this game, 21.5. So I'm thinking more like a 34-17 game. So I do think it goes past the over at 46.5, but Alabama does not cover, although I think they win. Houston Christian is at Nebraska. There's no line on that one. This is going to be a 50-point blowout. Towson is at Maryland. Maryland, a 29.5-point favorite. The number is 50.5. I think Maryland, I'm a big fan of Malik Washington. I think he's a stat machine at quarterback as a freshman. I think Maryland will cover the 29.5, and they will blow past the over. At the very minimum, I think this is a 50-10 ball game. All right. Maybe something similar with Villanova at Penn State. Penn State, a 48.5-point favorite. The number's 55.5. Penn State has not been getting off to quick starts. Is that going to happen again against Villanova, or do they emphasize, hey, let's have a full 60-minute game? If they do that, they will blow past the 48.5. We'll take the over, although they'll probably do it almost by themselves. We'll take a 59-7 game, so give me the over at 55.5. All right, are you ready for my upset of the week? Are you ready? Are you just saying you're ready, or are you ready? All right. USC at Purdue. As an Indiana grad, this is hard to do, but I'll do it. USC at Purdue. USC is a 20.5-point favorite. The number's 59.5. USC, they've been winning big, put up 73 points one week. They blew through Georgia Southern, but they gave up 377 yards of offense and 20 points to Georgia Southern. That concerns me. Plus, Purdue's better than Georgia Southern. Plus, every time USC went east last year, at Minnesota, at Michigan, at Maryland, what do they have in common? They lost every single time. I mean, Maryland only won 4 games last year, and they lost that game. I think this is going to be a dogfight at Ross-Ade Stadium down to the wire. So give me the points there at Purdue, and I'll just go ahead and say it. Purdue will win. If Purdue does win, that means there'll be points on both sides because I think USC will score. This one will fly past the 59.5. Take the over. Stone cold lock. Take the over on that one. Norfolk State is at Rutgers. Can't get a line on that game. Going to be a blowout. Youngstown State at Michigan State. Can't get a line on that one. I'm thinking 36-16 for Michigan State in that ball game. Ohio at Ohio State. Ohio State is a 30.5-point favorite at home. Night game, 49.5 the number. I think it'll get over. I mean, conservatively, I could say 40-10. I think Ohio State will cover the 30.5. It'll be more than 40-10. They'll probably in the 50s, 50-10. That sounds more about right. So take the over with that game. Western Michigan is at Illinois. Illinois, 27.5-point favorite, the number 50.5. I'm feeling that this is going to be like a 37-10 ball game that Illinois wins. So that right there, that's right at the 27. Don't do anything on the point spread on this at 27.5. Stay away from that. But the play here, I think is the under. 37-10-ish. Take the under there. Massachusetts at Iowa. Any Iowa game, that's also, you take the under. The number here, the minus 35.5, that's what they're favored by. I don't know that they're going to score 35.5. We're talking about Iowa. Mark Gronowski is yet to throw for 100 yards passing. They've got a receiver injured, a running back injured, and their tight end injured. There's going to be no offense. Iowa not going to cover the number, even though they will win. And Kirk Ferentz will be the all-time winningest coach of the Big Ten with 206 wins. And way under on the 43.5. Yeah, no way. Finally, Minnesota at California. This is going to be a squeaker. It's going down the wire. Probably will be the most competitive game. And it's late. If you're on the East Coast, it's going to be a late one. But you can check that out. Minnesota's a 2.5-point favorite. The over-under 41.5. I think Minnesota wins by a field goal and covers. So you're going to be playing with some thin margins right here. And I'm looking at that 23-20, something like that. So if it gets over the over 41.5, it's going to be close. Everything's going to be close. The game's going to be close. They're going to cover the points close. The over-under is going to be close going over. That's what I think on the late game. And you always like those late games to catch up on previous bets early in the day. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know. Am I off base or am I right on the money with this one? We're doing our fearless, bold pigskin picks each and every week. Hey, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. That would be great. Thank you. That way you'll never miss a single episode because we're here every day. We do multiple podcasts every day. All right. We're also, in addition to having the video on YouTube, we're on audio. If you like the audio only, if you prefer that, on Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts, so you can check us out there as well. Make sure you check us out daily, though, every single day. You everydayers, thank you for making us go. We also ask you to share, follow, and like Lockdown Big Ten too, because that helps us out. Don't forget, we have a website, talkbig10.com. That's with the number 10. All of our podcasts go there. If you want to go back and check out a second one or a second listen, maybe you missed the numerous podcasts we did this week, get caught up on everything. We also have links for Big Ten merchandise, shirts, t-shirts, hats for all your favorite Big Ten teams. Show a little school spirit. Never too early to shop for Christmas. So check that out as well. All right, in 1 minute, we're going to announce how and what we're going to do when we go live here on Saturday on Lockdown Big Ten. All that coming up here in just a minute. All right, I want to tell you about our friends at Mazda, of course, because they are smooth. They are ready to go. They look good. Mazda's moving the game forward, brought to you by those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it, because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible. They remind us to go the extra yard, shift into that extra gear, keep moving the game forward. You know, like the Oregon Ducks did last week. It wasn't good enough to beat Coach Gundy and Oklahoma State by 28.5 points. No, they just kept piling on and moving it forward, beat him by 66 points, and had back-to-back pick sixes on consecutive plays. That's what I'm talking about, and that's the kind of awesomeness that Mazda has as well. That's what keeps fans and players alike moving forward, always chasing the next great moment. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning. And just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to a Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. DoorDash. You like streaks? You like streaks in sports? Well, we're powered by DoorDash on your Saturday deliveries. Just like you can win every Saturday with DoorDash streaks. Start putting some streaks together with DoorDash. You save every time you order. And just like players like Jonah Coleman, just keep scoring touchdowns. 5 touchdowns and 15 carries last week for Washington. You know, guys like that, they deliver in a big way when the pressure's on. No hesitation, no delay. And watch them week after week. Continue to deliver because it's not a fluke. You're going to put up points and yardage every single week. And just like Jonah Coleman for Washington, DoorDash delivers your Saturdays. With DoorDash streaks, you save every Saturday you order. Stack it up. Stack up streaks all season long. You can save up to $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday. Keep the streak alive. Fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo through the period of November 18th. Thanks for checking us out here on Locked On Big Ten. All right, here's what we're going to do on Saturday. We're going to go live because we always do a live episode on Saturday for we pick the biggest game of the week, and we come out and you get my immediate reaction. I get your immediate reaction too with the comment section in real time. It's a bunch of games that start at noon that we're going to follow. We're going to keep our main one we're going to keep an eye on is the Wisconsin-Alabama game on ABC. When that winds down, we're going to go live probably around 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. But we're also going to be keeping an eye and be cognizant of the endings of other games like Oregon and Northwestern. Same thing. That's the big noon kickoff on Fox. Central Michigan at Michigan, noon game, be ending about that time on the Big Ten Network. Maryland and Nebraska are going to be wrapping up their noon games as well. So when they all come to an end, we're going to go live, immediate reaction, and preview what's coming up later on. So we invite you to join us. Put it in your calendar right now so you don't miss out. We have fun with that every single Saturday. Many ways for you to interact with me, of course. There's Twitter at TalkBig10. Our websites are all at, our website is talkbig10.com with the number 10, talkbig10.com. All of our podcasts go there. Plus, you can have links for all your favorite Big Ten school merchandise. Whatever you do, please hit that subscribe button before you go. That way you'll never miss a single episode of Locked On Big Ten. And you and I will be in the same club together moving forward. And you'll get each episode of Locked On Big Ten as soon as it's available each and every day. Also, Locked On fans, we got a whole another deal with for you college football fans. Locked On and Fire TV presenting the college football kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll from Locked On Big 12 leads it. 2-time AP Coach of the Year. Gary Patterson is there. Jesse Hawley, former college football stars there, and our Locked On experts with all their expertise getting you ready for the weekend. A college football preview that only Locked On can deliver. Catch college football kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. That will do it for us. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the games, and we'll see you live on Saturday for Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman. We'll see you next time.